African youth, how do you intend to fight corruption when you know very little about the why and the how of corruption? According to the immutable laws of the universe, the law of causality, cause and effect. According to Einstein, he said that everything that happens must have a cause, and everything happening now must be as a result of some former event. This is to tell you that both thought and physical motion is influenced by cause and effect. All of these two they operate in the prism of cause and effect. This is to tell you that even corruption must be as a result of a cause. So by the time I tell you that we need to get to the root of corruption, it means we are going to find out what is causing corruption or what allows corruption to prevail. My name is Sheena David, and by the grace of God, I bring to you the truth. We got we said we needed to understand all of this after stating the problem clearly. We discovered that we needed to understand the law, the system, the individual, and the political system in order to understand the root causes of corruption in order to proffer sustainable and practical solutions to the menace of corruption. So in the other class, we spoke briefly about the origin of the law when we said it predates human existence on Earth. It goes far back as the Big Bang Theory, the origin of the universe itself. And today we're going to talk. There's serious discussion we can have about the law, but we're just going to just talk about a few things that can now propel our discussion, such that I don't bore your head with what the law is. Because if you want to talk about the law, you can talk about the law for a whole year. It's a whole course in the university. It's so broad. The law is the beginning and at the end of all that exists. So, the law is a process or procedure according to which something is done. The law is also a set of rules recognized by a country or a community as regulating the behavior of its members and may be enforced. There are basic things that I want us to know about the law so that we can further our discussion. First of all, you should know that the law is a means to an end. This is to tell you that anytime a law is introduced, it is for a purpose. Like in the universe, scientists say that nothing made the laws, they were just there out of the blue. But me, I understand that God made these laws in order to create order and harmony in the universe, while the components or subsystems in universe were interacting between themselves. In order to avoid a chaotic environment, destruction, there have to be laws in order to create order, peace, and harmony in the universe. This is to tell you that even in the human society, laws were created or laws are still made for a purpose. And most of the time, it's to create harmony, peace, and order for good living conditions. They say common good for everyone. So if a law is being made to achieve a purpose and that law is not observed, what is the magic that is going to happen for that purpose to be achieved or realized or manifested? Is that is a very complex. If you don't need laws, don't make them. If you make laws, you must obey those laws. Failure to do so, it means you do not or no longer care about the result. Which means if the law was supposed to protect you from something, it will no longer protect you since you disobey it. That thing will harm you. The discussion will get deeper as we go on, but I just want you to know basic things about the law. Anywhere there are laws, you will understand that it places a limitation on all other alternative courses of actions but allows just one to please or for the purpose or benefit of whoever is making the laws. You get? It means that if you left it to individuals, people may become the president without contesting for an election. But based on the Electoral Act, before you become a president of Nigeria, you must win in the general elections. There are still criteria that winning must carry. So the law is specific. The law says do just this one thing. Every other thing you must not do. This is to tell you that the law limits your choices. It allows you to do just one thing according to the will of the general public. This is in a democratic state or situation or context, of course. You get. So this means that by the time there are laws, but you're now still waiting for some individuals to use choice to act in accordance with the law, is already an error, which will not result to anything good. So it means that immediately there are laws, it means that there are specific things that must be done. And anywhere you see the law, it means the law is governing the activity of all that are in question in a system, from the natural to the man-made systems. You understand? And in a society where they say the law is above all the subjects that dwell in such a society, it means that both the persons that are formulating, executing, and interpreting the law must also have just one choice, but to obey the law. So if the people that are executing the law are now faltering the laws at will, it means there's something that is wrong with such laws. And we must say this: if there is a law and there is no punishment, it means that law, instead of being full, that law is just half. The law is not complete. So half of a coin, or the law that is not complete, means it's not strong and it will not achieve the purpose why it was created in the first place. This is to say that the law must be backed with punishment. If you make laws and you do not provide for punishment, or you state the punishment for which, if there is any case of disobedience, that punishment will be meted. And as time goes on, when people disobey these laws, the punishment don't comfort. They disobey these laws, they find a way to avert the punishment, to subvert the punishment. It will mean that there is law, but there is no punishment to back it up or to enforce it. And I want to tell you that without punishment, there is no fear. And without fear, the individual is only pursuing his gain. He's not afraid of any other thing. According to Thomas Hobbes, the social contract theorist, he said there are two factors that are pushing or determining the activity of the individual. Basically, it's either the individual is afraid of something or the individual is trying to gain something. You understand? So by the time you remove fear out of the things the individual consider before he acts, you remove fear, you leave only gain in the picture. It means that the individual, being who he is, which we are going to get to that, will always just go towards his gain. There is nothing to constrain him to be of good character. So I'm saying that the law without punishment is not law. It's just half of a law. And half of that will not give you the proper result. It depends on what you want to achieve.